lovelies, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have something new that I've never done before. So I'm going to be kind of learning as I go with everybody that's watching or will be watching when this releases up on my channel. So I've actually already started the dipping process here. What I used on my pinky, ring finger, and thumb was a color from the Virgo Gem 2022 Advent Calendar, and it's number 11. These did not have names when they came, so there is no name for this. It is this gorgeous pale pink with a little bit of a shimmer to it. And guess what else it does, which I had no idea until I just used it, even though I had swatched it. It color changes. So let me show you real quick, and of course I'll get better color change pictures at the end here. But I just want to show you how it changes to like a darker pink, almost a mauve-y color. It should, kind of like a purpley pink, I guess, which I guess in this case would be like a mauve. I just love that. I was actually going to keep this finger bare so I can do the thing that I'm going to do on it, but I just love this color so much that I had to just use it on another finger. And then what I have on my index finger here is also from Virgo Gem, AC 2212, which is also like a pale pink, but it's more of like a glittery pink. And it has these little pieces of multicolored foil. There's gold, pink, and purple foil. So I thought that this would look great because what I am doing is a milk bath on my middle finger. So I have these dried flowers I just got from Amazon. I did post a reel last week on this, so catch that. I'll post it up here, kind of just teasing that I would be using these flowers in an upcoming mani. And what I'm going to do is put a layer of buff down, my tried and true buff from Cascade Colorworks, on my ring finger, my middle finger, and then we'll start the milk bath portion of it. Again, I've never done this before, so bear with me. I think I might go in there and kind of like pick out some colors, flowers to use with corresponding colors, and kind of cut some stuff down a little bit. So I might, do that off camera and then come back at some point. But first, I'm going to put a layer of buff down. I did the gel method on all my other nails, but for this nail, I'm doing the regular dip liquids. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm using Dip Top for my base because I'm running low on base. So I'm just going to put a layer of this down on my middle finger. And I do have peel base down on every nail as well, so I can remove it easily as per usual. I'm just going to take buff here. And I'm going to pour it over. I know that is a little odd being that I'm using the dip liquids and not gel, but I don't want to get a thick layer of this. So I thought that this was the perfect color to do the milk bath because you do want to get like a milky white color for that. And I don't really have a milky white. I have whites, but nothing like milky. So this is like a translucent light color. So I thought that this would be pretty good for this mani. I'm actually just going to dip it in just to absorb a little more of that liquid, but I'm just going to pour it into here and dip it just like this. Okay, just cleaning up my cuticles here. Then I'm going to let that dry and brush off the excess, and I'll start placing some flowers on once I cut them down. Okay, so this is all dried. I've picked out some flowers here and cut some up. So this had a longer stem on it. I just cut that off. This came from a bigger bunch, which is right here. So I cut those off. And then this one was just kind of by itself. So I'm going to use that one. All right, so the first step is to put another layer of that liquid down. Like I said, I'm using dip liquids. I could not get that out, sorry. So just put a layer of that down onto your nail. Okay, let me just move this closer because I feel like it's not totally in frame. Okay. So then you want to take either your tweezer or a smaller tool like an Orangewood stick or some sort of sharp tool like I have this plastic stick. And you just want to start picking up the flowers or the flower pieces and placing them on your nail. So this might be a little tricky because, of course, some of them are raised up and you want to make sure that you have a flat application. So it might take a little bit of maneuvering. As you can see, I'm kind of having a hard time with this one, but I'm trying to get it as flat as possible because I do want to use it. Pressing it down. All right, so I'm just going to add a little more of my liquid here because I did take some of that up. And I'm going to start to place some of the other pieces down. Of course, these are going to lay flatter because they're just flatter pieces in general. This one has like a little, I don't know if you can see it, there's like a little stem on it that's sticking up and I can't get it to go down. There we go. Okay. I might use this one down in this corner if it'll fit. And just tuck it under this one. I'm going to go in with my little scissors and kind of trim some off here, just to keep it a little more flat. Okay. This one does not want to stick. All right, we're not going to use this little guy here. Okay. Just going to grab some of these flatter pieces again and put them down with some more of the liquid. And you don't have to be exact with this. This is just like placing it, kind of like glitter, just placing it wherever you want, as long as you can get them to stick down. Okay, I think I might go in with some other color. I have some greens here. I might add that in. So let me just grab that and cut that down. Okay. It's easy to just cut some off and then you can reuse it at a later time. Okay. All right. So once you get the flowers where you'd like them, you can go ahead and do another um, application of the base and then do another application of the powder that you're using. So I'm just going to really make sure I go over all of these flowers that I just placed down. And that little green one just came up, but we'll fix that. Okay. Just getting in any little like spots here where there might be a gap by the flowers. Filling all that in because you want to make sure you get the dip on every little part of the nail. So I think I'm going to be brave and do the inverted method here. Hopefully none of the flowers came off. Doesn't look like it, so that's good. All right, so we're going to leave that to dry and then I'll activate it and then we'll see how it looks. All right, so I've waited for that to dry. I've activated it. That's how we're looking. I'm going to do my encapsulation, filing, buffing, reshaping off camera, and then we'll be back for the final look. So far, it's looking really good. It's obviously a bit thick, which once I file it and buff it, that'll kind of straighten itself out. But yeah, we'll come back and we'll see how everything is looking. All right, we're back. So this is how we're looking after filing and buffing and reshaping. I actually took my e-file and kind of like went in here to clean up on the inside of my nails because some of them were a little bit on the thicker side, especially the one that had the flowers. I'm just going in here with some activator. I like to do that sometimes just to get that white out from the filing, even though I brushed it. All right, so I did put the activator on all my nails twice. What I'm going to do now is my base gel and my top gel to seal it all in. I'll speed that process up here for you. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I want to visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I want to visit. Okay, so these are all cured and top coated with gel. I'm going to go ahead with my Pampered Pretties Kiss Kiss Cuticle Oil Pen just to hydrate those cuticles. And I used a new file and I like nicked the nail or the finger that has the the flowers. Oh well, hopefully it'll heal up fast and then I can take my nail feet pics for the video here. I will say a couple of things. I don't know if this came out like a traditional milk bath because I did see a couple on YouTube and they were more white. So like I said, I didn't have a milky white. I had like a white, and I know you could add clear to it, but my clear is very thick that I have, so I didn't want to do that. But I think it came out good. I just think it could be a little more milk bath-like if I had a more of a milky white to use. But that's fine. I'm happy with the way it came out. I will say it does take a lot of filing to get it smooth, but don't over file because then obviously you'll mess up the flowers. I'm just trying to think of what other tips. Oh, use the flattest flowers that you can find. And if you can't find like flat ones in your package that you get, if you decide to do this or if you have them already but you haven't given it a try, you can press them in between books and that will flatten them out even more. Or I've seen actually people put the flowers that they're going to use in water to like soften them up to make them a little more moldable to the nail. Because I do have some flowers here and I have another container like this over on my desk, but that, you know, are obviously on the thicker side. So if I was going to use those, I would have either flattened them out a little more ahead of time in a book, or I would have just put them in water to get them a little more pliable. depending what I had time for. Those are just some tricks. Of course, you know, this is just a DIY thing that I do. As you all know, I'm not a professional. So if you find a better way that works for you, that's awesome. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you would like to know when I post more content. And have a lovely day. See you on my next video.